so I thought I was a mile back. Man, I lit up a cigarette and a bullet went right past my eye. I thought I felt the wind out, but I probably didn't, but I think I did. But you ever see anybody hit the dirt, that was me, real quick.
What was your feelings about shooting at another human being?
Oh, that's what I was there for, to kill anybody. I mean, I don't care. They were shooting at me. And I'm willing to shoot back.
So you're going now, and you're going into winter, and you're still eating the sea rations.
We had a cook with us, and when we stopped long enough, why he was supposed to be able. He wasn't. He's just somebody you made out of the outfit. Said he was a cook, so and they'd bring stuff around. We had a stove and we had pans, and he'd make coffee, and I can't remember he made anything good, but it was better than cold, and we always had coffee that way. When we had a place and stayed long enough, but otherwise you never unloaded it off the truck.
Now, according to this diary, you guys are making pretty good headway heading to Germany.
Oh yeah.
Are you thinking that once this war's over with, it's going to be fairly soon? Or are you anticipating a long stay?
Oh no. We didn't even anticipate that the war was going to be over until we got to Austria. And we'd already been up in Belgium, Luxembourg, and France, and then across to Germany, into Austria, and that's where I was at when the war ended. But we really didn't realize the war was coming to a quick end until all those come down out of the hills surrendering.
All right. Your first Christmas, you've been over there, you've been away from home for a while. You've been through Normandy.
Yeah.
Christmas. What's your first Christmas like away from home in a war situation?
Well, we thought we was going to have turkey. They brought a turkey around, and our cook was cooking it. And it was cold, and I and the guy from Nebraska that's still alive, him and I was on a machine gun out in the middle of the field, colder than heck. The church in Hubbard had sent me a little package, and in it Velveeta cheese and bouillon cubes. I'd never seen Velveeta cheese, and I didn't know what the devil you were supposed to do with bouillon cubes. So anyway, we're out there, and so we thought, well, got this, the mail come, and I got this. So him and I ate the cheese and had the bouillon cubes in our canteen cups. And it's a good thing we did, because we had a guy come around and says, be out the road in 5 minutes, or 15 minutes, I guess it was. And the turkey was cooking, but we never had it. And everything else they brought around, we was going to have a big dinner. And we had march order, down the road we went.
When the Americans would go through these towns, and I've seen on TV where once you liberated them, the local people seemed very friendly.
Oh, they were.
What do you remember about those?
We were pretty friendly back, yeah. All the girls come out and they give you flowers and all that stuff, and they was willing to hug you and all that stuff, and we was willing to be hugged. And so we kind of enjoyed it too.
So now you've been in the wintertime, and you take your duties, they're outside, and it's cold.
All the time.
And you're sleeping in the cold?
All the time. Yeah.
And now, do you build bonfires to keep warm, or that's
the only time you can have a bonfire and a fire is in the daytime. At night, you can't have any fires. You can't there's no place to be warm. So you're cold. And that ground is cold. And so you've got your slit trench and your cover up. And I remember one morning we was up on the front, and we pulled in on this hill the night before. And instead of riding up with a machine gun, I went up with a 40 millimeter. And I and the guys there, we were digging in that hard ground, just about got the foxhole dug. And I said, where am I supposed to be? He said, oh, you're supposed to be over the machine gun. I'm too tired. I'm not going to dig another foxhole. So I went and crawled up in the truck underneath the tarp, and because it was kind of sleeting, and that night, and I was a good sleeper, because they 88s shelled that hill that night. And the next morning, we got little pock marks all over that hill where them shells had hit, and I never woke up. I slept right through it, and I popped out of that truck, you know, nice and warm and dry, and all them guys they was all mad at me because they thought, they was all hunting for me because they thought I was one of those little pock marks on the hill that got me, and they couldn't find me. And I hadn't dug a foxhole. I pulled the first shift on the machine gun, and then got bed in the truck.
What did you think when they would bring the American bodies by you, taking them back, or when you saw them?
I didn't really never see that.
Okay.
I never seen that. Mostly what I seen is Germans, like at Bastogne. So many Germans around there. Bodies were cold, froze, stiff, young. It always, how young they were. It always got me, how young they were. It didn't bother me so much though, it's a young kid that bothered me. I don't know why, but it did.
Do you ever think it was like because family values that you knew they had families too?
Yeah, probably, because they shouldn't have been there. See, they was too young to be killed. That's your thought. What are these kids doing here? And Germans, towards the end of the war, they was using everything they had. And these young kids, and it's just awful.
Now, in this diary, it says that they had pictures of towards the end of the war where the Germans were sending 14-year-old boys out.
Oh yeah, I don't know the age, but they was young. You could see they was young. They didn't even have whiskers yet. You know they're young, and that's what bothers you.
It bothered you more that you were fighting a 14-year-old than a 20-year-old.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you seen that body, see that young soldier, and it just, it bothered me. And them other ones, it didn't bother me because that's what I was there for. I was there to kill them before they killed me. I believe in Patton. Kill them before they kill you.
Across Europe into Germany and Austria, what are your feelings as far as the damage that you're seeing?
Well, it doesn't make any difference there anymore. See, I'm mad at them all the way across France. I mean, I'm mad at them because I don't want to be there, and it's their fault that I'm there. And so, all I want to do is kill them, and so I can go home and get it over with. I mean, we don't want to be there. There's none of us want to be there. I mean, you know, we want to be home. We want to get back to the United States. We don't like Europe.
Are there? Do you probably some of your most conversation is about home?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You see, I remember a friend of mine, he just, before we crossed the Rhine River, and we crossed the Rhine on pontoon bridges, and they were shelling us as we was going across. I was hoping they didn't hit us, you know. We was going by truck across and pulling our machine gun. And anyway, he got a letter from his girlfriend. She was getting married. And that kind of startled him, you know, and I was sympathizing with him. And the next day, mail got there. The girl I was engaged to, she was getting married too. Okay, I guess that's that. You know. So anyway, that's the way it is, you know.
Now, when you would come to these spots and you would do your pontoon bridges and you would keep moving forward, that was your main goal, was to keep moving forward?
Yeah, but at one time, I don't know as our main goal was. Our main goal was to stay alive. We didn't. That was the general's problems about moving forward. all we was just soldiers. I mean, we just done what we was told to do, and we just hoped that them there guys with all them bars on their shoulders and stuff was doing the right thing. Sometimes we didn't think they were, but we didn't have nobody to gripe at, to tell them that we didn't believe they was doing the right thing. So all we doing was trying to stay alive. That's our big thing, is we made it another day.
What were one of your typical days? You would move forward, set up camp, set up your machine,
no camp. All you did was move it. You dug in your gun machine. You had to dig out a hole half the size of this room, about that deep, for your machine gun. Same for the 40 millimeter. After you got that dug in, then you filled some sandbags to put around there. And you might just get it done, and then you moved again. Or you might be there that night and move again.
Now, how many people ran your machine gun?
There were, well, it was all one crew. 14 guys for the 40 millimeter and the machine gun. But there was 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 of us on the machine gun. And there was the rest of them was on the 40 millimeter.
Now, when you were on your machine gun, did you have one job all the time, or?
It all depended. If I was out there on guard duty and we had planes coming over, okay, I jumped in the machine gun right in the middle of it, and here's your 2 machine guns on each side. That was the fastest firing machine gun the Army had, over 2,000 rounds per minute. That's a lot of bullets. So, and the other guys, they run up there, so when you're shooting at them, they keep putting, when one runs out of bullets, they load it. After you fire so many shots, you have to change barrels. So whoever's out here has got those asbestos gloves on, so they can unscrew the barrel, throw it out, and put a new one in.
Why would you have to change the barrels?
Oh, because they'll jam up. They'll ruin the barrel, get too hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could reuse the barrels then if they cooled
If you didn't get them too hot.
Okay.
Yeah. But you had, that's what these other guys were for, one on each side, see? And the other guy carrying up more ammunition.
Was there like a typical time that, like, if a plane was coming, you would fire for so long, or would they just keep coming and you just
Well, we
kept
didn't
firing?
have that. We was lucky. By the time we got over Germany, they was out of planes practically. All they had was Stuka dive bombers. And I remember one time Stuka dive bombers, and I probably shouldn't even say this, but we knew that there was displaced displaced persons, they call them, across this river. And we was on this side of the river. And displaced person is men, women, and kids, you know. They're from different countries. They're from, the Germans have collected and had them for laborers. So we released them as we'd come through. Well, here we had a camp for them, and we knew there was a camp there. So half the guys, they made a raft, and they're going to go across there to see all these here people. And I couldn't swim. I'm not going to ride on your raft. So I had liberated a bicycle, because we'd been there 2 days, and I found this bicycle. So I'm going down here to the bridge, and then I'm going to cross the river. On the way down there, Stuka dive bombers come. They're up here dropping their damn bombs. I'm supposed to be back on a machine gun. Man, I turn around and I'm heading for that, and I crossed a little stream as I was coming, you know, the path was along the river. And I'm looking up at that, and I hit that little stream, and then I flew through the air, I don't know, about 50 feet, I think, it felt like. And I'm still looking up at them dive bombers, you know. I got to get back to that machine gun with only one guy on the machine gun. And one guy on the 40 millimeters. The rest of them were swimming back because their raft sank. Oh, I tell you, what a mess. No, they didn't catch us, though. Nobody caught us. I didn't make it back in time to fire out the dive bombers.
Now, as you're crossing Europe,
Mm-hmm.
it says in this diary that you went to the concentration camps.
Mm.
What's your feelings on those, or what do you
God,
remember
that
about
was
those?
awful. That was awful. That was awful. It stays with you. You never forget it. And like I said, it just pees me off to no end when I hear these people say, well, there was no Holocaust, you know. And I wish that I could take them, and I wish they'd have been where I was at, and I could have showed them. I wish they'd have been there. They said there was no Holocaust. Oh, what do you mean there's no Holocaust? Those poor people. Those poor people. Can you imagine being drug out of your house, taken to a concentration camp, and then run you through a gas oven and gas you to death? No, it's awful. It's awful.
Were there still live ones?
Oh yeah, I didn't see them. I didn't see the live ones. They was see the ones that, because I didn't go through Germany. I mean, I went through parts of Germany, but I didn't go there. I'd come back later, after, and seen where they'd been and the skeletons and stuff like that, the dead. But I never seen the live ones. I wasn't with the outfits that released the live ones. Didn't see them.
Did you have a different feeling towards the Nazis after that?
No, I wanted to kill them all anyway. I mean, 'cause I tell you what, after you've been there a little while, because you see, in the wintertime you about freeze to death. And back then you had to have your woolens, like right there. You wore them summer and winter. You wore them all the time. You had to wear that uniform. And they sure didn't get hot in the summertime. But you was angry at Germans all the time. I mean, you just was, because you didn't want to be there. You wanted to be out of here, and I didn't have enough points to go home, even when the war was over. So I still had to spend, I don't know how long there.
Now, how long would you go, like, between bathing?
Between what?
Like a bath?
Oh God, I didn't. We was lucky to have. We bathed out of our helmets. That's the only bathing we never. I tell you what. Just look at it this way. We had 301 days combat time without a rest period. Now that's 301 days. That means that we were in combat 301 days without a rest period. So the only place you're going to get a shower, and you aren't going to get a shower, you get a bath out of your helmet. That's it.
Now,
You shaved out of your helmet. You did everything out of your steel helmet.
what about bathrooms?
Bathroom, you dug a hole over there. Slit trench.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you had.
Now, in this diary, it talks about as you're coming across and the war is getting close to an end, that the Germans are surrendering.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
No, we're happy as heck. We can't wait. But about the only time we seen that was in Austria, Linz, Austria. That's where we last, right on the Danube River. And we had our machine guns set up right on the bridge that